We're going to use ChatGPT to explain American taxation. Young Americans, you have to pay your taxes every year if you have your company, corporation, or if you file as an individual. So we're gonna use Ray Dalio video how economic machine works, and in lieu of that video, and according to Dario, the economy is essentially a series of transactions where people exchange money for goods, services, and assets. The taxes are a critical part of this because they represent a portion of income, wealth, or spending that individuals and businesses transfer to the government. So if you have an income United States government levies taxes on it, hence you need to file your taxes for United States government to see if they're gonna keep the money they withdrew from your checks, or if they would need to, or if you would need to pay for United States taxes. Also, although we have in the United States, you guys have taxes on consumption. So when you buy stuff, you can see at some states sales tax, and there are taxes on wealth, and those taxes can be levied on wealth assets like homes or inheritance. Those reduce long-term asset accumulation. So the taxes fund government spending that drives economic activity by distributing money within the system. So when the government collects taxes, government plays a central role in the economy because they influencing the money flowing from you or between you and businesses, and between you, businesses, and government. So there are money circulate among those activities, and as you remember Ray Dalio video, I would recommend you to go over it one more time. He says that basic lack of United States economy is transaction, and you need to have a good credit, so you can use your credit cards in case you have no cash. So when government collects taxes, it removes money from the private sector. And the government spending money on infrastructure, education, healthcare, and social programs. So if you gone to public school, the school were paid by the government, and it was free for you to go there. And the money that was paid for your education, if you were in public school in the United States, came from the taxes. So government taxes are paid for the public bridges, roads. So it is done to distribute wealth in American society, so to stimulate growth. And taxes can be a great regulator, a tool how to distribute wealth in the society. And as you remember, Ray Dalio says that there are short-term debt cycle and taxes. So inevitably in United States you would use credit at some point of your life. Even if you're using your personal credit cards, the credit had to be paid at some point, and credit influence amount of money society has, because credit creates money that actually don't exist. And during the growth period, it is positive. People earn money, spend more, and the government collects more taxes. Since obviously if you spend more, you make more, you pay to the government in taxes more. And then government are able to lower tax rates and increase spending for public school, for public projects and so on. But when it comes to recession, when people forgot to pay their debts, or they spending less for some reason, income declines, taxes declines, and therefore government cannot give more money for the projects, public projects for the poor, and that would affect economy. So to stimulate the economy, government would cut taxes, so they have more money to spend. Or government would increase spending by borrowing. For example, government would issue bonds and would sell it to the people. So taxation policy, taxes you are paying can be adjusted so to stimulate American economy. And so as Ray Dalio in his video how the economic machine works, giving you an idea what is long-term debt cycle. When it comes to the point when government need to borrow money from foreign governments, the United States debt is growing, and currently it's in trillions. But if you have higher taxes, they are able to pay it off or reduce the amount of foreign debt, the amount they owe to foreign government. In the United States, you have progressive income taxes, where high earners are taxed at higher rates. So if you in theory, if you make more, you have to pay more. And all of the social programs and projects in the United States are paid by government money from tax money. Like unemployment benefits, healthcare, food stamps are paid by the government. And the money came from your taxes, young Americans. Even so, it reduces inequality. Excessively high taxes could reduce incentives to work, invest, or innovate, potentially impacting productivity and economic growth. It means that if taxes are extremely high, businesses would leave United States and go outside the country and would invest money somewhere else. In Dalio framework, productivity growth is the most important driver of long-term prosperity. It means that over the history of United States, every year productivity of society was grew, and so society overall increased growth. As a result, the society produced more, people work more, produced more, and so your productivity grew. and it had positive effects, because if those your grandparents, grand-grandparents in United States produced more, hence they can pay more taxes. And if you paid more taxes, there were more money to spend for public schools, bridges, highways, so on, etc. But it also had negative effects, because if taxes were way too high, the investment money people had saved weren't invested in the economy of the United States, and productivity were in that they slow productivity growth. So it's a balance that had to be maintained, so you can really feel growth, overall growth in United States society. So one more time, in the context of Delio's economic machine, US taxation can be seen as a tool to first influence the flow of money transactions, second, stabilize short-term and long-term debt cycles, third, redistribute wealth and reduce inequality, and fourth, fund productive investments to boost long-term growth. Taxes are key mechanism for the government to manage the economy, but they need to be carefully designed to avoid unintended consequences such as slowing productivity or discouraging investments. So my friends, be careful, my video could be hacked. Russian and Ukrainians could have added weird accent to my speech, and United States economy should be funded of your taxes, although Americans are using your taxes to pay for the foreign wars, like in Ukraine, for example. So myself and you, young Americans, are paid for Ukrainian war by our taxes. We pay taxes, and the war was funded in Ukraine. So God bless you, young Americans, and God bless United States.